We are back again talking about the current state of FC26. We're doing it again because the last video about 2 weeks ago did really well and you guys seem to respond to that. So we are going to carry this on. Now, the video we did last time was before the patch that came out that we're talking about now. The current patch we're talking about now hasn't been changed for about 2 weeks, more or less, I'd say. I'm pretty sure all three of us are absolutely enjoying this game and having the best time of our lives.
Best patch ever.
I'm having a great time.
How are you finding the current state of FC26 at the moment?
Yeah, it's probably its worst state it's been, well, since FC25, I would say. Is this not just FC25 reloaded?
Yeah,
But
definitely feels that way, doesn't it? Like part of the bus,
worse.
Definitely worse, I would say, at the minute. Like, the part of the bus is insane, isn't it? With that 5 flat midfield. Stingray's going to hell for bringing out those custom tactics.
What's actually ironic is I haven't seen any more of the Hullet gang videos because there's no more exploits to do. Because the game's so stale now that there's no way to change anything.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing for me, I've said it quite a bit on Twitter in the last week, is that I don't play squad battles. I don't like squad battles. I don't like career modes. I want to play against another human. But the fact is, every single game you play in champs and rivals is basically a squad battles game because you are just trying to break down the AI. And I've tried some really wacky tactics where I'm just sending literally like 7 or 8 players on wild runs, and every single one just gets covered by the AI. All that happens is that you just have this attacking runs. You have no one to pass it to because they've all been blocked off by the AI. You lose the ball and then you get counter-attacked in 1 through ball. So it's literally punishing you for trying to play because you're just playing against a CPU.
I think the best clip I saw in recent time, I think I mentioned it a few times, is Ryan Pessoa on Twitter. If you've not seen the clip, it is insane. I think he's playing the Silver Cup and this guy's Charlton is tracking back. He's not controlling the Charlton, his opposition. And the way he's like jockeying from left to right is just bonkers. I've seen nothing like it. And to top it all off, at the end of the play, the Charlton, without being controlled, dives into the tackle, takes the ball cleanly, and the guy's off with no input from the guy he was playing at all. Bear in mind, this Charlton had 32 defending the silver version. I've actually looked at the stats. I think he has 30 defensive awareness and 32 stand tackling, and he was moving like prime Beckenbauer. It was just insane.
This is how bad the state is that he's actually got in to look at Charlton's individual stats and tackling because of how bad it is. Just before Alex comes in, I just want to add, it isn't just Ultimate Team that's been affected by these most recent patches with the AI. Apparently it's career mode, it's in pro clubs, it's also in squad battles, as you mentioned, which is Ultimate Team, obviously. I don't understand what EA are thinking here. Like, we're just going to ruin every game mode for every person.
I mean, just going back really quickly just to that, it doesn't matter if Bobby Charlton's got 99 for every single stat. He's not controlled and he's not a defender. So why is he dropping all the way back into the box? And I saw people comment on that. Just for NaNNiK and Aaron's just reference as I'm editing this. People have seen the clip. I've put it on during the editing, so we can talk about exactly what happens in it.
Oh, brilliant.
There you go. There's some little bit of trickery for you. But people saying, oh, they could have shot at any time. Yes, Charlton's tracking you, but you can shoot at any time. That's not the point. Yeah. It's the fact he was tracking. That's the point. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, are you playing squad battles? It's literally hell right now. No, I'm not playing squad battles, but I kind of am in champs and rivals. But yeah, it's made it so much worse that the AI is so much better in like you said. Why?
The thing is, though, does this confirm then that EA lied about specific stats, give them better animations for tackling, or does that only apply when you're controlling the person and it doesn't matter when the AI controls them?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there, isn't it? It's quite clear that that Charlton was moving absolutely crazy, and he had absolutely no stat, no play styles, no nothing.
The way he won the ball, though, it's like he had Anticipate Plus, the animation, how it works, right? It's like you said, Aaron, the transition into that attack when he wins that ball is ridiculous.
And Charlton can only play one position, which is cam. So he was the deepest player other than the back line. So that the AI's dragged him all the way back into virtually his own box. And think, what's the most defensive role on a cam? Playmaker, maybe? Playmaker, roaming? And he still shouldn't even come back that far. That's the craziest part. He's deeper than the rest of the midfield, and he's not even being controlled. It'd be one thing if you dragged him back, but he didn't.
And this is the thing. This is why people are saying it's stale, it's boring. Forget the 4-5-1 for a second, because we all know about the 4-5-1. But it's that lack of movement. I think the best thing that I heard someone talk about this, and it's the best comparison, is A9 Skills talked about this. I know that NaNNiK, in your stream, you said you're enjoying real life football at the moment. Personally, I feel the opposite. Forget Liverpool and how shocking they are for a moment. I've watched very few games. I guess the London Derby is probably an exception recently. Very few games that have actually excited me, and that's in the Champions League and that's in Premier League football. I find that lots of teams are playing this defensive style and counter-attack. Now, I feel like FC26 is a replica, and AO9 Skills said it brilliantly, is a replica of actually what football we're seeing. A lot of teams are playing drop back and then counter-attack. That's not fun for me to watch personally. For real life football, I know people have got their own opinions of it, but if you're playing that all game, every single match is a drop back counter-attack, that's what's contributing to people having a miserable time.
But I think everyone at the start of the game said this game is amazing. It's like, other than the kickoffs and everything else was great. The passing was nice. It was crisp. It felt like your stats actually mattered. It didn't feel as reliant on play styles. Whereas now we've gone back to FC25 where play styles are everything. Drop back is everywhere. And it's just a rinse and repeat. And I think this latest patch coming up again, like the January patch in FC25, is do or die for this game. It has to be, because how many times they patch it now? Five or six?
Is this the most we've had? Is this the most we've had at this same stage of the year? I don't remember having as many.
It's hard to say because
big updates.
When we go back a year, I try to forget it how bad it is, and we're here again. I don't know how many we've had. This is the longest period I think, though, since this title has been released, FC26, that we haven't had a patch.
I guess that gap is either good or bad news, because it could be good news that they want to get this next one right and they don't want to be too reactionary, or they think it's all right, which is scary. Surely they don't.
Or even worse, is they have no idea how to fix it.
It's probably a combination of all three, to be fair, isn't it?
Revert back to the day one. Do whatever you did to fix the kickoffs. Leave it. Don't touch it ever again and let us have fun. And if you can't defend, learn how to defend. And if over the next month or two, you'll pick it up. Like, people started getting half decent at defending on the day one patch. And the only reason why you had like 10 plus goals a game is because the kickoff was just undefendable. You fix that and it's a really good game. That was the only thing that irritated me like crazy, was the fact the kickoffs were literally undefendable. But everything else was just in the sweet spot, you know?
Do we think because of the kickoff being broken previously because the AI wasn't strong, they can't fix the kickoff without making the AI strong?
Well, it's a ripple, isn't it? If they fix, how do you fix the kickoff? How do you fix the AI for kickoff? What, you have a timer?
That's the only way I can think of. I mean, we don't program games. We don't know how easy or hard it is, right? So that's a big problem. But I think the other reason why the game's in a weird place is also because of just like general content altogether. Like, the promos have been pretty average. Again, it's always, look at these really good cards that you never see. And then it's like, oh, let me look at the bottom of this image that EA put out. Which one's the 84? Okay, I'm going to get that one every single time. And I think, not to always talk about rewards, but I think that has killed a lot of people off already because of how gaming is in general. We like to play to get rewarded for our time now. In general, there's no way, you can't have fun on a game anymore. I don't care what anyone says. But the rewards are so bad for your time. It does demotivate you instantly when you do get your best record ever in Weekend League and you get like 30,000 coins and nothing to show for it.
That's the thing. It's like, you'll do that, but even if you got no coins, say you got no coins, the untradeable value of what you're getting does absolutely nothing for you in terms of the SBCs that are out. Yeah. So if you complete a whole stretch, or say you get rank 1, why not? You open all your packs from that, you'd be lucky to complete one squad of the icon pack, right? Do we agree on that? About one squad, mate, and then you use your coins to fill that out. How is that even? And then you'll get cooked in that pack because the weight is so low. What is fun about that? So you're sweating your nuts off to get your best rank ever, and like, competing is the thing you enjoy, and you're not that bothered about rewards. But where's the motivation to actually play that versus like the menu grind? Even though it's reduced this year, well, you're not ripping your hair out in the menus, are you?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. before NaNNiK raises this, I was actually for the lowering of rewards when it first came out. When they were saying we're actually going to lower rewards, I was actually for it because I thought that might make the game modes more fun. If people weren't going for like, oh, I'm missing out on 250k here just from the coins, let alone the packs, it might make the game mode more fun. I think it's done the opposite because it's made it more sweaty, because the people that don't play it are not playing it now because the rewards aren't good enough. So now you're just left with the ultra kind of sweaty players, which is fine. I hate this term sweaty players because surely we all play to kind
Just
of.
means you're good, basically.
Yeah, I hate that term. I can't even
You can't
use
use
it.
the word good. You got to give them a negative term. You know?
But what is basically happened now is that there is no purpose now, and like I haven't played Rivals since I don't think I've got 30 points since the second week. That's when I stopped playing Rivals, the second week of FIFA, which is crazy when you really think about it.
Well, I was watching a Nep video the other day actually, and it took him 6 hours to get his 30 points, and then from that, and then it was he got 10k in coins from the rewards or whatever it is. I think it's like 10k, and I'm fairly sure I'm right on that one. And then in his player picks, he had 2 84s and an 87 for 6 hours of high intensity. Your level gaming is just insane, and you can't do anything with that. Like, what are those rewards? And then you go into the packs, and then you get a 75 plus times 10.
Yep. It's every gold rare card times 10, basically.
Yeah. And like odds are you don't get a walkout in that. And even if you did, realistically, you're not getting anyone off that top row with the promos. And that's another thing that's really motivating, isn't it? I don't even look at the promo team anymore, the top row. Like there was like a Peugeot and a Lewa in the promo team, and I didn't even acknowledge it. You know, I was just kind of like pointless, because if you get your hopes up on getting these top cards, then you can only be disappointed because it never happens. It probably happens. You probably get someone from that top row once or twice a year, if you're lucky. I would say if you're lucky and you play every game.
I can't disagree with that because of what happened on the second account.
Speak for yourself. I've never had a top row ever. What are you about the top row show?
I will say though, going back to what Alex was saying, I was with him on the whole thing. If the rewards are being cut down and they're going to make 84s, 85s, 86 worth more because the power curve slowed, then that's perfect sense. Issue is, let's just be honest here, EA just flat out lied about that. They're like, yeah, the power curve's slowing. It slowed for early access. As soon as it came out for public, they went crazy with the promo packs again. And now the issue you have is you'll go and do your rewards. If you got 1083s, they all sell for about 900 coins each. So that's their best pack you get. Like, well done, you got 30 points in Rivals. Here's your 1083. You thinking to yourself, oh, I've got a really good chance of getting, because you always do it, an 87, 88, 89, 90, but you then get 184 and then 983, so worth nothing. You spent, I would agree with you, Aaron, I think on average people do spend about 6 hours because it's skill-based matchmaking. It's your level that you're playing against. It's like playing yourself for X amount of games. You're not winning all 10 in a row. You're just not, unless you're in lower divisions.
But it kind of set the tone with that Reece James SBC when he came out. It was like an 85, whether it was 84. He was expensive. And again, don't want to bring it up, but there's Zubimendi one, for example.
They kind of Zubimendi?
We haven't talked about it for a while. So they kind of set the tone of the pricing of the SBCs was as if we had last year's rewards and last year's kind of everything. But with this year's, it just hasn't synced up. The rewards, the SBC should have been lower valued. And all these icon, again, it's copy and paste from last year about the requirements and everything. They should be much lower, more accessible. And then you get people going, oh, actually, Champs is worth it because at least I know I can complete an icon roulette if they want to do that, or icon luck, whatever it's called. But at the moment, they're not even being able to do that. I managed to do it. That one, I got Rooney from it because I haven't completed an SBC for about a month.
Since the game came out, really, isn't it? Because you think, what's that, about 6 weeks? I
think the last SBC I completed was Jared Bowen. No, that Bahoya, who was like 283s and 84s. Like, I haven't completed ones at 85s, 86, 87s. I've got fodder. Well, I haven't even got that much fodder. I can't do it 2 or 3 times, for example, and I haven't completed anything for ages. So I have no idea how people that are doing hero SBCs and player SBCs, how they're able to keep up without going to the store.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, if you don't go to the store, there's no chance. You've got absolutely no chance. So they've scaled back all our. I think we called it out first week though. Scaled back all our rewards, but then the SBCs have not been scaled back as well. At the first week, they said the Reece James 85 squads and the rest of it. How are you getting these 85s at that stage in the game? And now, how are you getting the 86 squads, the 87 squads? They're really hard. Like the walkout squads with 86 and above is like really hard to get, especially if you're looking at those like, you know, that 88 plus. Like how hard are those? Like I very rarely see them. It's always Gabriel as well, and you can only use one of him in a squad.
Yeah. It's with that whole pacing thing in mind, when you think back to the first 2 weeks of FC26, how many SBCs we get that were 84, 85 rated cards you got back, but were 2 squads? that was their idea of keeping the prices up. But then they went ahead and went, well, this is what we're doing with this. Like you say, your rewards from champs, squad battles, rivals are all been reduced. You can do rush as well to get extra guaranteed packs. But again, you're looking at 7 minutes like a game if you're lucky, because of every time the ball goes out, stops. So you do all of those, and you need 70,000 points for rush, and you're looking at what? Again, 4 or 5 hours, depending if your team's good enough or whatever. I don't understand how anyone's got any time. So when the gauntlet came out, obviously we're all raving about that, and I still like the gauntlet. If you compare the rewards for gauntlet to time compared to rivals, squad battles, and rush together, gauntlet's the one to go for. Ignore the other three, because it's just not worth it at all. And that's a big problem for EA, because people must have cottoned onto that by now, like surely.
Gauntlets and tournaments, that's where it's at.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say the tournaments are worth it, to be fair. The last couple.
Yeah,
The pro one's good. The pro one's good.
Yeah, tonight's one's really well. Did it come out tonight or yesterday? The final one is really nice. To be fair, it's like probably one of the better ones they've released. But Gauntlet has been good for just in general, isn't it?
Well, you think you can score 5 goals in 1 goal per 5 matches? You get 5,000 coins. If that's not a middle finger up to anyone that spent 6 hours playing rivals, I don't know what is.
But for like me, it's like Bruiser plus for scoring in 7 games. That's insane. It's such a good play style plus to get, and you can apply it to an 84, and then you don't have to spend any coins on it. It's just really good. Like the Gauntlet gives you, if you like the packs, you get the packs. If you like Evos, you get the Evos. And if you just want to play casually, you got that as well. And if you want to use different cards, which you've got no choice in doing in the Gauntlet, it's perfect. It's the perfect balance.
But you said about the Bruiser Plus. Why do people want that? Why do people want the Evos? Why do people want the packs? Why do people want all of this stuff? They want it because they want to get a better team to be able to get a better rank in champs, which is their main game mode. But I'm looking at that going, okay, who am I going to put a Bruiser Plus on? But does it really matter if they've got Bruiser Plus? Because when I go into champs, it's going to be a 50-50 whether my player actually barges them out the way or
give
not.
Give it to Frimpong, mate, and then he can still get pushed off the ball by Pina. I wouldn't worry.
So what I mean, so unless you see a worthwhile, because it's going to impact, I feel like champs is like the area where people are grinding things to get a better team for champs, or more fun for teams champs, or a better Evo team to take into champs. I think it's like the underlying one, and if there's no real reason to do the underlying game mode in then what's the point?
You've debunked the entire Ultimate Team platform there, because what's the point of playing at all then?
Well, since champs came in, champs has been the main thing to play, because it's meant to have the best rewards, and it's meant to be the kind of like the most kind of like not luxurious, but it's meant to be, what's it called?
Rewarding.
Well, not competitive. Yeah, the most rewarding, because, and especially for when getting those red players and getting the monthlies and getting, that's always what it's been the selling point of it.
Well, they remove reds, like in terms of, I'm talking about old school monthly ones here. They removed them because they said people didn't enjoy them much, which I don't know who said that. And then they brought in the red picks, if you remember, which was like the special cards in that week of promos, right? It was, if you did really well, you got a 1 of 5 guaranteed rating, which is, and that's being rewarded. Even if you're probably going to get 585s, but in your mind, you're like, well, I've got a good chance. They got rid of those, and they're like, we're going to make these rewards better. All they've done is gone, all right, you're going to get 2 guaranteed promos in this one, but there's no guaranteed rating. So I'm still getting the same 84s that we spoke about at the beginning of this video, and that's not better rewards. In theory, it sounds like it, but we know pack odds don't work like that, and that's a big problem.
What would have been amazing, look, this is a quick fix. Honestly, you might hate this, but things like So Rare, things like collectibles, actual physical cards, what do people love? The 1 of 10, the 1 of whatever. I personally think rewards should only be done after the fact, and then EA can see that 25,000 people got rank 2 across Europe, for example, or across the world, whatever it is. What would have been amazing is, why couldn't they have like special collectible cards then, that they've got different kind of ranks between that? So, right, let's take rank 1, for example. Let's just say, for argument's sake, 1,000 people. We know it's more than 1,000 people, but 1,000 people got rank 1. They open their rewards, and it's like the special kind of like rank 1 special pack. And they've got different cards in their collection from promos, gold players. But on there, it had like, imagine a 1 of 1. Each week, there's guaranteed a 1 of 1. And it's like an R9, or it's like the special promo Mbappe, whatever it is. Someone was guaranteed to get that. It's not out of luck, it's, out of chance that there might be a 1 of 1, there might not be a 1 of 1. You could have every single promo player a 1 of 1, and on the card it has 1 of 1 written out. All of a sudden, it's worth to get rank 1 to try and get one of these 1 of 1 players. Do you see what I mean?
You're about to expose a lot of people when we all end up getting about 5 wins, because it becomes the most sweatiest thing in the world.
But what I mean is, at least then it's kind of like, okay, I didn't get rewarded, but actually this special promo player that's 86 rated, I've now got the 1 of 1, and I've got a special kind of like bit of border. People love that kind of collective element of it. And then it gives a purpose. And imagine again, if you get your rank 5s, you've got a possibility to get a 1 of 10. You see what I mean? It just gives something a collectible. And imagine if you could trade those, that all of a sudden you've got a market. That's what I'm saying.
And then the problem with the trading thing is EA is scared about all that the third party transactions and people selling things on like eBay. They hit the, you know.
What are you on about? What are you talking about?
If you need coins.
Before we track off again, though, this is the problem though at the moment is you get. I have to say with the FC Pro one, we got that one cosmetic that gives 3 chemistry out of 3 to that one individual player. That's great. It's kind of touching a little bit on the one idea you had. I know it's not completely, but the problem is those rewards from those said objectives puts a middle finger out to anyone that does evos, because you're spending like 50,000-60,000 coins for that evolution, which you can't get from rewards unless you're a pretty decent player or got a lot of time to do it. And then that goes back to SBCs not being able to complete certain SBCs, because the rest of the game feels like it's built around FC25, but with these rewards being, okay, these are FC26 rewards, but like you say, the copy and paste element, because you think back the first couple of weeks, Evos, you're paying 10,000 coins for +1 stats. They've gone, oh, that wasn't actually a good idea, was it? We've realised, hold on a minute, we need to change this. And now all the +1 stats and stuff you get are for free now. You don't pay 5,000. So they knew what they were doing.
Well, I'm glad they didn't find Aaron's channel where he's going, this is a great one.
Yeah!
You get
That's
+1.
all your fault, mate.
+1 handling for 10k. Oh,
Yeah.
eventually he's on a journey.
You all
We're lucky.
laugh, but you want to see the state of my Ansu Fati going into
No,
these Evos.
stop. I was joking. Don't stop. But
Obviously, there is a lot to cover in the state of FC. We will probably be back again with another video in 2 weeks' time. Let us know in the comment section down below what you're most frustrated with and what ideas you would bring to changing it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's a brand new channel. Again, thank you so much for all the support we got. It's been crazy. And we will catch you in the next video, which is about what, Alex?
finishing. We're going to look at finesse shots and low driven.
Make the game more fun.